In Nigeria, a cart containing 50 mobile phones goes around the city to help people. In Germany, a performance artist drags a cart of 99 phones around the city to cause a nuisance. What's happening in both cases?
I'm going to sit out of this one. I have seen that news story and I love it. Oh. Julian, Matthew, this one's for you.
People are crazy.
I'll read it again unless anyone else is going to pull out as well. In Nigeria, a cart containing 50 mobile phones goes around the city to help people. In Germany, a performance artist drags a cart of 99 phones around the city to cause a nuisance. What's happening in both cases?
I feel like I've heard the story in Europe, but have no idea what it's got to do with Nigeria and what even it's trying to achieve. So I think the GPS is on. I think that this is a maps thing.
That's what I was thinking as well. I'm pretty sure I've seen that happen. If it's not maps and GPS, then you've got two people coming straight back in this question.
One little point worth noting about this is that the answer is in two parts. So there's two parts of the answer and they are different, meaning that what is happening in both cases is different.
But that clearly means in Germany, it's an art piece. It's the GPS. They're drawing something that can be seen when you go look at the map of where they moved around.
Oh, no, the one I knew was someone dragging the cart around to block up Google Maps on certain streets because it looks like 99 cars are going very, very slowly down this road. So Google Maps suddenly goes, oh, there's so much traffic there. We'll just mark it as red and divert everyone around it. But is that only one of those stories?
Yeah. You're right, Tom. So that is the answer to the second part of the question. So that's what's happening in Germany. All right. So, and I kind of thought you might get that straight away because even I had remembered reading that one. And so that's kind of it went viral, a video of this guy dragging the phones around in the cart. You're correct. It was to fool Google Maps into basically diverting the cars away. But the answer to what's happening in Nigeria is something else. All right. So we've set the stage with with performance art. Now, why in Nigeria do we have a guy going around with mobile phones? What's he up to?
Are they tied together, though? Like, is it have to do with Google Maps again, and he's actually helping map something that they couldn't get to?
No, it actually isn't to do with Google Maps.
Okay.
You wouldn't need 50 mobile phones for that either.
So, taking phones to weird places. I saw an amazing video in China of all of those kind of creators that can get tips, the people that are kind of live streaming. And what they did is they all set up in this rich neighborhood. So they just lined up wall to wall, performing, singing, doing their craft because the GPS says they're here, which means it shows them to the local neighborhood and you get better tips at the rich neighborhood. So this thing they could be doing in their home, wherever, they drive across town, set up their ring lights on the outdoor street and perform. That is GPS located mobile.
I saw that photo and I didn't see any of the context of that.
Oh, it's strategic. That's right. They're being really thoughtful. They're being entrepreneurial. It's really clever. So sometimes being in the location of things matters is the point. Yeah.
Sometimes location matters. I'd say in terms of this question, the fact it's in Nigeria and that being the location could clue you into what sort of things would be needed.
I was going to say, is the mobile connection really bad? But it's Nigeria. I think the mobile infrastructure there is excellent because the alternative is landline, which doesn't really exist. I think parts of that country jumped straight from nothing to mobile first. But I also can't see why you'd drag 50 phones around in a cart there as opposed to just putting them in a backpack or giving people phones.
Your idea is right, Tom, like that a lot of people there would have mobile phones.
Is it a swap and go thing where there's not power or like it's almost like on a phone delivery service where rather than charge your phone, you swap out for fully charged phones?
You're very hot on that trail, Julian. So yeah, the words around charge and swapping out phones.
Okay, because I was thinking it was some kind of local Pokemon Go consultancy where you just kind of just put all the phones in a truck and just kind of walk around for a while and, the Pokemon get walked. Honestly, I don't know how Pokemon Go works. I assume you just have to, travel around with things.
Julian, you're very close to having it. Just sort of tie up the loose ends of what's going on.
I'll be honest, I don't understand the cart unless it's got to do with it's got a charger in it so they can charge while they walk around, or...
It's got a solar charger in it. So you can pick up someone's phone, it'll go away for a couple of hours, it'll charge from the solar panel on the cart, and they'll do their rounds and hand it back to you a couple of hours later. Yes,
Tom, you are correct.
Mate.
This is a service to help people. It is a cart that is a movable phone charging system that charges people's mobile phones for a fee. Nigeria does not have electricity supply everywhere, yet many of its population has mobiles. So an entrepreneur has set up this cart equipped with a solar panel to charge up to 50 mobile phones at once.
Bravo.
Oh, they're not dragging it around. They just drag the charger from place to place. People plug in for a couple of hours.
From place to place, yeah.
It doesn't even have to be solar. It can just have a big battery attached to it.
Yeah, and I read about another one that had Wi-Fi on it as well. Basically, there are some towns that don't have the electricity and the facilities that you would see in a city, but the people there still want to communicate and use their phones to do things. And so this person is bringing that service to them so they can use their phones.
I remember reading somewhere that there are more people in the world with mobile phones and internet access than running water in their home, because that's how ubiquitous that's become now. That's how much it is required to exist in society.
I've done a bit of work in Nepal, and that's a place where I think they have 134 mobile phones per 100 people. And yeah, some of those other resources not in the same number. What a great question. Well done, Tom. That was a brilliant answer.
No, you connected pretty much everything there, Julian. I just plugged it together.
Teamwork.
Team effort.